Alright, kids, buckle up. Top 5 lists and reviews and things. Wild stories and the Vinci Zone swings. It's the world according to Dick Buttons, bitches!
Welcome to the World According to Dick Buttons podcast. Let's get into it.
That's right, everybody. Welcome to the World According to Dick Buttons. I'm Dick Buttons, and I'm so glad that you tuned in. And right off the bat, going to do a new segment now called Hollywood Finally Got It Right. Now, listen, traditionally, when a movie gets a remake, the remakes are rarely, and I'm going to say almost never, better than the original. Well, I have a case here where the remake is marketably better than the original. And that movie I'm talking about is Ocean's 11. The original was in 1960 and the remake was in 2001. The original starred Frank Sinatra as Danny Ocean, and that counterpart in 2001 was played by George Clooney. And then there was Sam Harmon. Now, so here's where Hollywood does a little bit of creative license because they didn't do a one for one. They changed some names. So in the original 1960 version of Ocean's 11, there was a character called Sam Harmon, played by Dean Martin, and that character's name was changed to Rusty Ryan, played by Brad Pitt. And then there was the Sammy Davis Jr. character. His name was Josh Howard in the 1960 version. And that was played by Don Cheadle. And that character's name was Basher Tar. And then we had the Jimmy Foster character played by Peter Lawford in the original. His name was changed to Linus Caldwell. And that was played by Matt Damon. And then, of course, a slight change. Beatrice Ocean in the original was played by Angie Dickinson, and that role was changed to Tess Ocean, and that was played by Julia Roberts. Now, so I big fan of Ocean's 11, the remake 2001. Not as much with Ocean's 12 and Ocean's 13. I think they got a little greedy. But that being said, 2001's Ocean 11 was a great movie. The characters work well together. And so, uh, you know, I went back and watched the original, the 1960s version. And I got to tell you, the movie was pretty boring. And it had star power in it. I mean, Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis, Peter Lawford. I mean, most of the Rat Pack was in it too. But the movie was slow. It was plotting. It really didn't make that much sense. And whatever license they took in the remake was a welcome change to the original. So I'm gonna have to look at it this way. The 1960s version gets 1 out of 5 dicks. Yes, that is 1 out of 5 dicks. And Ocean's 11, the 2001 remake, I'm going to give 4 out of 5 dicks, and I'll put those up comparatively. Good adaptation of the original movie. There really wasn't much to do to make it better because if you go back and watch it, I didn't find it enjoyable other than seeing all those names in there. I'm a big fan of the Rat Pack, so seeing Sinatra, Martin, Sammy Davis, it was a treat. But in this case, Hollywood got it right, and in the rare occasion, the remake was better than the original. That's right, everybody. It is time for another Dick Buttons movie review. And this week, I gave a look at Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. Saw the trailer. It looked interesting. I love Sam Rockwell. And the cast is pretty stacked. not A-listers per se, but people that you've seen before in movies. And the storyline, okay, I'm gonna put up spoiler alert because if you haven't seen it, I'm gonna go into major plot details here. But it's been out for a while, so fuck you if you haven't. Um, the gist of the movie is Sam Rockwell plays a guy from the future, and this plot has been done before, multiple timelines and stuff like that. He comes back to the same diner every time in hopes of putting a team together to take out the kid that invented AI way back in the past. And it's almost like a butterfly effect because he picks different people each time. So we come into the movie, we're introduced to Sam Rockwell's character, and he's dressed crazy, which adds to the fun of it. But Rockwell plays it perfectly. Um, but he comes into this diner and he's trying to assemble yet another team to defeat the 8-year-old who developed AI, which ultimately ends the human race. Be careful. It's gonna happen. So, and the opening scene is funny because there are people who are volunteering and he's like, "Fuck you, no, you're a disaster. I'm not taking you this time." And there is like a camaraderie or he's very familiar with some of the players in this diner. And it's very well done. So, what was the movie this was exactly like? I mean, listen, other movies have done this. Butterfly Effect was one of them where he goes back, dies, comes back, tries something different, gets further. Uh, it was a fun watch. Special effects, I think, were pretty much not perfect, but I think they did that on purpose. The interaction with the cast, and I'll throw the cast up there so you could see who it is. Again, people that you've seen before in movies, but they may not be household names. So, but the movie works. It moves. There is an ending, and you know what? I'm not going to spoil it for anybody. Go watch the movie your fucking self. But I'm going to give this movie 3 out of 5 dicks. Good premise, done before, yes. Sam Rockwell is the reason I gave it 3. He's fantastic. I love everything that he does. He's a very talented actor. And that motherfucker can dance. Look it up on YouTube, you'll see. But I would not run out or spend money to watch this. You could do it like I do. Wink, wink, nod, nod. But overall, enjoyed the movie. Pacing was good, story was good, acting was fun. Little slow at one point, but listen, there's only a handful of movies that are perfect. And look at some other older podcasts, you'll see my top 10 movies of all time. But that's it. That's my review of this movie. Again, I'm giving it 3 out of 5 dicks. If you have a chance to see it and a way to watch it without hurting your pocketbook, pour yourself a drink, not necessarily 7-Eleven coffee, but that's what I'm having right now. Over and out. Today's episode is brought to you by Resonant Records, a home for bold, original artists pushing past genre lines and making noise that actually means something. From hip hop to glitch, rock to experimental soundscapes, Resonant Records is building a world where real creativity still matters. Check out Resonant Records online and ask yourself one question.
Are you resonant?
When the wine gets open, you know what that means. Unscripted moments and in between scenes. Topics start flowing, no map, no throne. No one really knows where the night's gonna roll. Best friends for life, just talking it out. Laughing too loud, that's what it's about. So hit play, don't sit below. Come pour one up on a Vincenzo.
That's right, everybody. You know, from that theme music, it can only mean one thing. To the right. Oh my God.
Always honored and humbled and preemptive.
Yes. We do that too. You were drinking today. I saw that's 2 weeks in a row you brought wine though, because you used
Yeah.
your winning.
It was my winning I got. I'm losing count. I'm getting old.
What do we have? We have The simple life.
Ah, yes, it is.
You calling me simple? Oh, it's a screw cap too.
It's a simple bottle.
Nice. Maybe that's what that means.
It's a
While I'm pouring, by the way,
Mhm.
I have a hot topic.
Ooh,
If you could have seen me in ShopRite the other day, you were here. Give me your glass.
alrighty.
Let's see.
There's the pour.
Ooh, it's a little. It's a nice light.
It's yeah, it's actually it looks a little bloody.
Keep it there though, because I want to.
It looks a little bloody. Looks a little true bloodish.
I mean, I'm gonna. I've already rewatched that twice.
Have you?
I think I might rewatch it again. Wait. I gotta be fair. There we go.
I just kept raising my glass for you to think that I wasn't getting enough.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, so I'm in ShopRite, picking up a few things,
Mhm.
as most people do. And there was a camera on, well, there probably was a camera on my face, but I want that footage. So I go out, I use that cart that,
Oh, that calculates everything.
yeah, that calculates everything for you, weighs everything, and all you have to do is scan it and pay.
Right.
Like for some reason, I was staring at the screen. I don't normally,
Right. You're just throwing things in.
and it's populating on before I pay, and then all of a sudden it goes rounding up 5 cents.
Oh, oh.
Oh, and I immediately called somebody over. I'm like, hey, kiddo.
Maybe did you press the button where you were giving to a donation?
That's what I said. Listen,
That's the thing I would think.
I didn't donate it. Oh, yes. It's a new policy because pennies are no longer in circulation.
What does that got to do with anything?
There's
Dang it, pennies.
no. It ends in a penny. I was paying cash.
It rounds up.
Well, he explained it to me because my head was about exploding.
Correct.
Um, there is an equation, and I should have looked it up and had it here. I'll put it up here.
All right.
It's like 1 to 2 cents, it rounds down. 3 to 4 cents round. It's like, and in the long run, you make out. I think. I think that's what he said to me.
That's exactly what he said to you.
That's what he said to me.
In the long run, sir, you're going to make out.
Small. If they're not out of they're not making any new pennies.
Correct.
It's not that the pennies are out of circulation.
There's like a zillion of them out there.
Okay.
But I think once the pennies come in, so when they collect change and they get pennies, they go straight to recycling.
I apologize. Feng Shui.
I,
Fritzy's mug is by you.
I thought something was off. That's even the introduction was off.
Oh, that's what threw you off? Okay.
Should we try it again?
No.
Uh,
Warts and all, we air everything.
Alrighty, baby.
Yeah, so I think they jumped the gun. I think they're anticipating, which is fine. I guess it's their prerogative to do so. But
It is preemptive.
it's not plastered everywhere where you would say, "Oh, look, this is a new policy."
It's a
And what was
swing around and find out.
now? And then I was going to rant about this on my own, but now because I'm thinking about it. So I went to the doctor. My ear has been stuffed.
Oh,
Like Q-tip. I get some wax out, but it's not. It's not.
allergies?
What?
Allergies?
No, it's just a lot. I don't know.
Clogged.
Yeah, and so I went to the doctor,
All right.
$30 copay,
Okay.
and they have this flushing machine.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
Hmm.
Well, it's very impacted. You're gonna have to go see the ear, nose, and throat guy, which that copay is higher.
Of course it is.
Why doesn't a fucking doctor's office have an ear? So the doctor, the way she explained it to me, because I wanted an answer, they have the flushing gun.
Right.
The ear, nose, and throat guys have the suction gun that can suck. No, the suction.
They just get a nurse practitioner to put their mouth up against your ear and suck it out.
So my stellar hearing has been suspects the last week or so.
Just one ear?
Just one ear. She goes, "Have you had a history?" I said, "No, no."
No.
And I have those drops that she
Right.
recommended I get that's supposed to break it up. That does absolutely nothing unless they expire. I don't know.
I'm just gonna say, don't screw around with it. Whatever it takes, get it checked out because as we get older, these little tiny things. Listen, my brother-in-law.
Mhm.
I don't know what he did a week ago. I don't know if he sneezed. I don't know what he did. But he had a detached retina.
Mm,
and
I've heard that happen from
had
sneezing and stuff.
right, so
He would have known.
he's around our age, and he was seeing, floaters, and then it got worse, and then so now, he had surgery today, and for 2 weeks, he has to be head down into a pillow with only 10 minutes per hour that he can bring his head up to do anything.
Are they giving him meds to help him like sleep?
Sure. All kinds of stuff, but he's in a his head. I'll show you the picture later. His head's in one of those pillows where
He was from sneezing.
I don't know what it was, and he doesn't know, but I've heard from letting in, keeping a sneeze in, and sneezing too hard.
Oh,
Those 2 things can
I work with the big S at work,
uh
and when he sneezes, he holds it. I told you, yeah, your eyeballs are gonna fly out of your head.
detached retina.
That
Tell him that story.
I have a story. A girl I went to high school with. I was talking to her on Facebook. Her eye actually popped out of her socket.
Sure, that
My sneeze,
exactly.
sneeze is almost orgasmic, actually.
Correct. Don't let it out, man. Just let it out.
So how is he doing now? Is he on the?
So he's got his head down. So even in the sitting position, he's got his head down. Gotta be that way for 2 weeks, 10 minutes an hour. He can be up, and
And how will his vision be? Everything's fine,
well,
or they don't know.
don't know. You don't
Mm.
know. It's not especially as you get older. It's not you don't recuperate or
And then I had
used to.
he's the fuzz. Another thing pissed me off this week. A lot of shit pisses me off. First of all, I want to.
Surprised.
What color do you think the lining is in this jacket? But I think I showed you already.
If I had a pickle lining, I would do it in a paisley, but I don't know what the lining is.
Oh, I thought it was different. Never mind. Not as exciting. I thought it was green. I thought it was a green pattern.
And it's
That
just
must be the other jacket that I'm wearing tomorrow.
by the way, I would like to seen it in paisley. I would have,
Oh yeah, what? Yeah.
yeah, would have jumped.
This one, I told you, I got this one at Burlington for $15.
That's excellent.
Um, so I was up late, and I wanted a cup of coffee.
Mhm.
I was out of K cups.
You drink coffee at night?
Yeah, it doesn't bother.
Just get
Caffeine doesn't bother.
Oh, God bless you.
No,
Can't do that after 11.
not at all. So I didn't have any K cups.
Right.
Even if I didn't have any half and half. So I went to 7-Eleven. It was about.
You mean you didn't go over with a cup, your Dick Buttons cup, and knock on the neighbor's door and ask them?
That's true.
Yeah.
So I go to 7-Eleven.
Okay.
Now they usually, if anybody remembers my top 5
Very high in his list.
convenience store coffees, that is my number 1, and I did give you display pictures.
Right.
They usually have 5 or 6 flavors.
Okay. But they do them well.
No, no, I only like the hazelnut and the exclusive blend. I don't like the Colombian. It's too dark for me.
Okay.
Blueberry's good. I like their blueberry,
Okay.
and that is interchangeable with something.
You didn't like them dark.
Oh, vanilla and blueberry are they swap anyway, not the moral of this story.
All right.
So I go into 7-Eleven. It's about 11:15. No, it couldn't have been. I told you they close now.
They do.
Yeah. I went
It's not a 24-hour operation.
I went there one day. This is part of the I went there one day at 11:30 on a Saturday.
Right.
Closed.
Oh,
Yeah. So this was 8:30. This was 8:30 at night. I go out to the coffee area. 6 urns. Only 2 were there. Colombian and exclusive blend. The hazelnuts. I go.
they're closing down for the night.
Where?
That's what they're doing.
Well, see.
When they're done, they're done. It'll just
So,
ease into the night.
man, am I getting this story wrong? No, it must have been on the way to work.
Okay.
So it was early because I go to the gym. I get up at 5:15.
So you were at a coffee in the morning.
Yeah.
And you went to 7-Eleven to get coffee.
They only had the 2. And I'm like, what the fuck? It's a morning place, right?
Correct.
So then I pass Quick Check on 31.
Right.
I go into Quick Check. They even have 8 flavors. 2.
What would your neighbor tell you? Where to go?
Yeah, but it was out of my way. Like Quick Check was on the way to work.
Well, you've already screwed yourself to us. Wawa the first time. And by the way, Wawa is tricky because the whole world is going to Wawa. They're going there for gas. They're going there for food. There's
There's
so much
gas at
stuff.
Quick Check. There's gas at 7-Eleven.
Your chances of getting into a car accident in the parking lot
Yeah.
are high. Wawa.
And Wawa, to be honest, they were my number 2, but their coffee area is cramped.
Yeah, very.
and it's not laid out. The feng shui is not
Oh,
very good.
it's off.
It's awkward.
Oh, it's terrible.
Even to get to the half and half and the milk and stuff, but you have to
It's
it's bad.
I was going in for the Irish cream and almost lost my hand going all the way into the
What they do though, this week had a banana bread coffee. I was in heaven.
in Wawa.
Yes. It was they have a s they always have a special flavor
Do
that's not one of the
do you
norms.
think before we start our road trip tomorrow, we should do that? You get that?
Oh, I'm in. Oh, but watch it not be there now. I love flavored coffees. Like,
So do I.
so when I order my K-Cups,
Right.
I go on Amazon and you get like 40 for like $14. It's craziness.
By the way, I have the best coffee machine in the world. The best coffee machine in the world. And I've tried so many.
You don't have to
Tried the ones from the Norwegian. I've tried the K-Cups. I've tried all of them. It's I believe it's what's one of the maybe Hamilton Beach, and
But it takes K-Cups.
nope.
Oh,
All it is it's 2 filters. The first filter goes in to strain. The second filter, you put your ground coffee in, 1 scoop. You put it in. You can do half a carafe or something with it, and you push the top. You push bold or regular, and it
yeah, but
makes
then
coffee. And
you're
it's a double filter using your own coffee ground.
yeah, but then you're
Anything.
limited. Like
What do you want?
well, you have all those flavored coffee grounds,
You can have whatever you want. They all flavored coffee grounds you can get anywhere.
right? But you have to have eight. Like I have at when I order mine, I have at my disposal 30 flavors of K cups. At any moment, you're gonna have 30 bags of flavors.
That's dizzying. Even in retired life, I don't need that many flavors. I have, 5 or 6. I could swap them out.
Why?
So we have like 5, 6, or 7.
Oh, okay.
But it's got a double filter. Rinse them off,
No, see, I'm not rinsing.
and they're
Take out the
high maintenance.
take out the K cup. You're done. Throw it away.
Anyways,
And I know there's
you know what? When you're retired, you can
well, you have time. You
rest.
have nothing but
The extra 5 seconds.
you
that
have
can
nothing
go.
but time.
Correct.
Speaking of our road trip tomorrow, we are headed to the New York City Auto Show.
Jacob Javits Center in New York City.
But whoever follows our advertising knows that we are going as the podcast.
We are
You saw the microphone and everything?
all day long. I am Vincenzo.
Yes.
It doesn't. If the police
If
pin me
they-
on the ground
Yeah.
and they take him away, you still have to yell, Vincenzo, I got bells.
and the mic is fake.
Correct.
Have a clip on. So when
Right.
you're interviewing
Right.
and I have a thing that plugs into my phone
Okay.
and I tested it, I stood across the room.
And it works.
Yeah. So that way they're right there. They'll be able to hear.
Mhm.
And we'll see. And the thing I'm most excited about because you made me call because you said no, you can't, and I said
Actually, what I was reading, it's probably you can't impersonate.
impersonate. Like we can't have CNN.
Right.
Yeah.
Correct.
So we are. You know what?
Or a bullet institution.
My boss pointed it out to me. I was showing him my YouTube page because I want him to test the QR codes that I made for tomorrow,
Right.
and I make cards to hand out.
Right. Cool.
My YouTube page or for the website is The World According to Dick Button's Podcast, but just an acronym.
Okay.
The World is twat is the it's actually twat pod, I think is the
If you put it into ChatGPT, you can find something else.
I was in I don't know, I was in a rush. Um but when I called the Javits Center
Right.
or the auto show, not the Javits Center, I called the auto show.
Correct.
I said, listen, I got a small podcast.
Right.
Want to interview some people. Oh, she goes, oh, great idea. Just do me a favor. When you have the episode done, send me the link and we'll advertise for it.
That's crazy good.
So look out. My numbers.
Wow. But you know what? A lot of podcasters, a lot of reviewers go to the Javits for whatever it is, boat shows, auto shows, and they do their own little shtick.
Yeah.
And their reviews, oh my God, countless.
That's what we have to incorporate now that we have the mic and everything.
Well, you're going to be the best at interviewing.
You're interviewing, dude.
But mine's going to be reviewing things or asking people questions because I know cars. By the way, I'm going to be in search for the best glove box tomorrow. What car has the best glove box? It's how many times you open up a glove box and go, you did all this to the car and this is the glove
Well,
box?
it's probably like the last thing that you.
I need that glove box. That's why they have it there. And then it's like an afterthought on some. I'm gonna be in search for the best glove box.
What time, you're picking me up with 9, you said? Oh, no, now we have a chauffeur.
We have a chauffeur, and it's 9:51 is the train,
Okay.
and I have it all laid out. We're gonna have to take a connection in Newark, Penn Station, which I've been doing forever, and I'll just grab you by the arm and go, "This way." You tell them when you get on the train, you ask the conductor, you say,
I've done it. It's just not my favorite thing to do.
it's not my favorite thing to do, but guess what?
We could interview people at Newark Penn Station. You know what? I don't know how here's the thing.
We're not gonna have that much time. We'll be running for the train.
I brought an extra battery,
I do too.
but that plugs in to the bottom of my phone as well as the mic thing, so
Mine's a magnet. It's the MagSafe. It'll just click onto the back of your phone if you want. Of
Okay.
any phone.
well, I mean,
Depends.
I'm curious. I don't think the mic thing would draw that much power, to be
So
honest.
I'm bringing a backup.
Well, I have a battery too.
Brick. You have to let me in with it. What you packing?
During our downtime,
Right.
I'll take the mic thing out and put the
Okay.
I think I'm looking forward to it. Not
Do-
just
Do you have anything prepared, or you're just kind of winging it?
nope. I know I'm gonna go up to some there will be some hot women getting interviewed. That is without a doubt. And I'm gonna go up to, like, maybe one of the most coolest cars, and I'm gonna say to her, what do you what do you think? Why is this cool?
What?
Because I'm not a car guy. I like the experience.
Such a good
I know you are, but I like
and to a fault where I'm the 66-year-old who's sitting there drooling over the Corvette, and I might as well just be wearing white New Balance sneakers with a fanny pack and checkered shorts. But
I might bring my, the Italy bag that you gave me for tomorrow.
oh, alright.
Because I could
Yeah.
hold all the accoutrements for the phone in it,
And the peripherals and the accoutrements
and I did
and the
I
side dishes.
we have lanyards that I made.
Right.
Lanyards? Lanyards?
Lanyards.
Lanyards,
Mhm.
with one barcode is for Spotify, one barcode is for YouTube, and if anybody wants to scan,
Right.
ask them which one you wanna do.
Right.
And, we'll do
That's
that.
gonna be fun. And you know what? We're doing it during the week. It's not gonna be as crowded it would be as a Friday or Saturday, so we'll have room to navigate, room to move. There won't be people competing and bumping into each other and kids with strollers and things like that.
Why are you bringing a kid to the auto show?
Oh, please, I have no idea.
Probably because you wanna go and you yeah.
Oh, it's like a, amusement park. They
Right.
think, "Oh, I'll bring the kids and they can jump in the car," and,
Yeah.
for the people who are serious about, maybe purchasing
And
things.
where are we going to lunch? I forgot the name of it.
Norma's
Oh, Norma's Kitchen?
Norma's Kitchen in Hell's Kitchen.
Did we eat there? Why does that sound familiar?
Really? It's a Sicilian style restaurant. When I looked at it, I never reckoned. Oh,
Was that do you
good memory.
no, do you remember the year we went to this for the holidays,
Oh, wait.
and half of us went to one Norma's?
I don't know.
It wasn't that wasn't that?
No.
Because that one was in Hell's Kitchen.
Oh, really? It was it called Norma's?
For some reason, I'm thinking that. I mean,
think
I could be wrong.
I think this is a. We're gonna research it later. I think it's a standalone, but I might be wrong.
Listen, doesn't matter to me.
I saw the menu and I went, it's in Hell's Kitchen.
I did
It's
not
right
I wanna go in fresh. I didn't look at the menu.
And when we go in, we have to. I think once you get into the restaurant, you have to do a Wilson Fisk impression. You get a table. By the way, there's no reservations
Really?
in this restaurant. Hell's
You
Kitchen.
oh, I guess,
Wilson
okay.
Fisk.
Did you
To get one of those tables in the back.
we're gonna put the nerd alert up. Did you see the set photos from season 3?
Yes. Oh, you mean with the Defenders
Well,
or Daredevil?
Jessica Jones,
Right.
uh, Luke Cage wearing that
Is
suit.
classic.
No, he was wearing
If he's wearing his vest and his yellow.
no, he's wearing a suit, which lends to the plot line that he runs for mayor
Yes,
and wins.
but it's a black vest with a yellow,
No, it was
kind of goldish.
it was a gold suit, complete suit.
Yes. No, but it's got a black vest.
Well, I didn't his jacket was closed. I did
Okay, he's got, yeah. And, and to run against Wilson Fisk, that would be great. And, again, nerd alert, we won't stay too long on this. Iron Fist takes over for Daredevil.
Yeah, I don't like that character at all.
But the problem is, I think at the end of season 2, we're going to get Matt Murdock in jail.
Season 3.
Season 3.
Oh, no,
So the end of
season 2, you're right.
the end of season 2.
Yeah.
I think we're going to lose Matt Murdock, and just like in the comics, Iron Fist takes over for him until.
Yeah, I hate that character with a passion.
I love Iron Fist.
No, sorry.
Do you just not like the actor who portrayed it, or just the whole thing?
The character is weak to me. It doesn't.
You know what? Because if the presentation is weak, the character in the book is fantastic.
All right, let's stay on the nerd topic because we'll get
over that hump.
We'll get it all out of the way. Did you see the Instagram post by Robert Downey Jr. over the weekend?
Him kissing.
No. He had a basket.
Oh,
Doom in his whole thing had a basket full of eggs, and the logos on the eggs
the characters are going to be in certain teams,
or going to be in the movie. So there was an egg with a Spider-Man logo on it. So the rumor is, and we've talked about this, Wolverine. The movie opens with Wolverine destroying Tobey Maguire's universe and making us believe he kills Tobey Maguire.
I did not hear this.
Oh, sorry.
And for the rest of you, spoiler alert.
Well, I'll put
already gone.
Before we talk to that, I'll put a spoiler alert on. But listen, that is the rumor. Now, this basket,
right,
with the Spider-Man logo,
right. It was Easter eggs.
It was Easter eggs with
on
logos.
Easter.
Yeah, on Easter.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's the elevation of
I just got that. There was a Black Panther.
Mhm.
So I guess there was a Loki. I mean, that got leaked. Loki's going to be in it. The new Avengers logo was there. So, Dark
By
Avengers?
the way, speaking of Dark Avengers,
Yeah.
in the comics, Bullseye becomes Hawkeye, and the word is Hawkeye's character is being killed off. That may be the evolution of the Dark Avengers, where Bullseye becomes Hawkeye, and then the other characters are also, whoever's killed off, the villains take over, and
I can hear the listeners dropping off.
yeah. Okay.
We lost Big J and Big D.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah, he's going. Huh?
Okay. Did you watch basketball? The NCAA? I could care less.
My aunt graduated from the University of Michigan, and I sent her a picture today with me as Wolverine saying, "Winning is winning," and she said, "Yep, sometimes winning is everything." There's a certain Coach Lombardi who would say,
Well, I don't know what he said.
he'd stress his winning, and she just echoed it.
The only reason I watched last night
Mhm.
is because I was bartending at the Elks Club.
Okay, and
it was on.
Right.
Yeah. To me, basketball, college or pro, the last minute and a half is all you got to turn on.
Correct. The last few minutes, because it drags. It's usually close, and then it drags. Foul shots and.
But I am enjoying the shit out of bartending, by the way.
Are you?
Yeah.
By the way, your personality lends itself to bartending,
and I'm wearing jackets like this.
But you're the kind of guy who talks to people and hears what they're saying, and then the feedback. Which you do that listening in the beginning, and then you give it. You are a bartender. How that you never did that? I don't
know. If it's not beer or like one alcohol and Coke, Jack and Coke, vodka and seltzer. I mean, I'm learning. Like I pull it up on my phone.
Right.
And the beauty of it is, it's an Elks Club, and people are pretty patient because the drinks are cheap.
Where are they going? Yeah.
Yeah. Now, if I was working at a bar in the city,
maybe let's go.
I'd be done.
The bar back to back in the day, and when the cocktail waitresses couldn't get the bartender's attention, all of a sudden I was making drinks for them, and they were spitting out okay, little this, little that.
Yeah, that's basically what it is.
And they taught me how to bartend because they needed me when the bartenders were busy with everybody else. And it's a lot of fun.
I learned, because I never bartended, if a guy puts his beer at the end of the bar, that's it, towards me.
Right.
That's his way of saying he wants another beer without having to flag me down.
Okay. All right.
Was unaware of that.
If you're in a bar and somebody puts their car
Oh,
keys next to their glass, what is that a sign of?
they know they can't drive?
Nope.
Oh, they wanna take me home?
Nope.
What is it?
They're looking for lady of the night.
Oh.
So guys who
Oh,
so if they go in a bar and they take their keys out, it's happened at one of the local steakhouses.
Longhorn?
No,
Oh,
but let's not say. And so and so took his keys out and he puts it.
wait, there are
That's
hookers in Flemington?
It's not Flemington.
Oh, you said local.
It's local.
Oh,
Mhm.
true.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Well, that makes sense.
put his keys out, but because he's, if you go into the steakhouse, you got money. He's at the bar, took his car keys out, he put them right there. Because why would you put your car keys
So what does that
on?
signify? I don't get it.
It's just a symbol. It's like the upside down pineapple for something else.
Well,
It's
that's for
just
Spain, yeah.
just symbolism. So
Yeah, why did they make the pineapple? I don't get it.
listen, one of my contractors said his brother was at the steakhouse and he took his car keys out, and that's how he puts them down. Somebody comes over, hi, and she starts chatting him up and stuff, and he knows that she's not, just
Well, I mean, if you're putting your keys there, you know they're not into you for you. I don't think I could do that, to be honest.
I can't either.
This is gonna sound
Did you never have a one night stand?
but so here's the difference.
No, no, no.
No, no,
You didn't answer
the
the
answer is
question.
yes,
Oh, I haven't.
but here's the difference between a one night stand and a lady of the evening that you're paying.
Oh, I know what that is
Well,
because you're paying for one.
for my honest listeners,
What am I called? See,
a one night stand, you're chatting up the whole night.
Right.
Having conversation,
it's
making some sort of a connection.
it's personal versus the other one being
Yeah,
business.
I can't,
Correct.
"Oh, let's go." I can't do that. Never could.
But you chatted up somebody long enough and then said,
Well, because
"Let's go."
I could tell we got to know each other. Listen, it's not a foolproof system, but
Many people agree with you.
I'll clarify it. There is no way I could do a escort thing where you just walk in, drop the money, and all of a sudden get excited, unless there was some pharmaceutical.
So the one night stand, was it? You were hanging out in a bar and
Well,
just
back in the day,
right,
I was hung around a lot of bands, like
right.
yeah, so clubs, rock clubs and stuff. Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah, and a little
gotcha.
alcohol's involved. I mean, it's not. That's a
Yeah, but I've done that and the alcohol. I just couldn't get to that point of.
well, you don't have enough game then. Maybe I don't know.
I probably have zero game. By
I
the way, I'm gonna say that people have come up to me and said, "Oh, can you tell me what time it is?" And I tell them what time it is, or I don't know these little signs. But then again, I'm not.
no, that's funny.
That's not how I work.
You made me
That's
think
not
of
how
something.
I'm wired.
I was in Vegas once for the DEA conference with work colleagues, and we're walking through. I think it was Caesars and Paris was to the left, whatever.
Right.
And we're walking, and this dropped in a 12
Okay.
comes up to the group, but says to me, "Do you know where Paris Hotel is?" And I go, "Gee, I don't know." And then
Right.
she just she made her face and walked away.
Exactly.
And my boss at the time goes,
Dope.
"Dude, she was a hooker, and she was just trying to make conversation." I said, "Well, hooker means nothing to me,
Correct.
but I missed that cue."
I'm totally. But I've had people. I've had a woman in the gym ask me what time was it, and I'm looking. I'm straining my neck over to tell her what time. Or somebody
Well, that could be just
back in
somebody
my
that
younger
needs
days
the time.
said, "Do you want to come back from my place and have a cup of coffee?"
Oh, that's yeah.
And you know what? When I got there, I was like, "Oh, so what kind of coffee do you have?"
Did you say that?
Yes. Oh my god!
How old were you?
Obviously not old enough to know better. But then after, I was in a committed relationship, and I thought we were just, it was a coworker, and we were just hanging out, and I was
Did she
actually trying to.
did she kindly ask you to leave? She figured out you weren't on board?
I actually tried to introduce her to one of my friends, who
Mm.
guys she wasn't into, and then we went, and I thought because we were just friends, it was no big deal. There was no signs of yeah, I want you, and then it was, oh, I'm really into you, and I went, oh, I'm really into my girlfriend, and that was it.
Well, in theory, if you were that into your girlfriend, you shouldn't have been even if you thought it was innocent. How would your girl even if you're
But if you're hanging out with somebody who you think is a friend, and all of a
you went
sudden
back to her house for coffee.
it was her apartment,
Oh,
and she had a roommate.
was the roommate there? Oh,
Yes.
maybe there was a threesome opportunity there.
Yeah, it's even crazier. Even crazier. I know.
We need Fritzy here as well.
Yes, we do. As a rough. You need a seat right in the middle. You need to move all this pineapple shit, and if for the people on the radio, you move all the stuff in the middle, and
I would do that.
you should be the referee on that conversation.
I'll
That's
edit.
an interesting conversation. But you know what? I was always a relationship person. I was never a hookup person. For me, it was bond emotionally, then physically. It felt so much better once you were
Yeah, I mean,
bonding emotionally. But listen,
I don't need.
just because that's me doesn't mean that's everybody else.
I'm not saying I 100% need emotional connection because that takes time to build.
It does, but
I at least at minimum need a conversation to take place, commonality, a vibe. I can't walk in and go, "Hey, you." I can't do that.
yeah, I can't even do the second part of that where I just have to have the conversation. I have to get to really know somebody. Listen, that's for me. That's you know what? That's the tale of a mama's boy. That's what the hell
I was a mom.
that is.
Listen, let's have a game tomorrow. Let's see if we can find the hookers tomorrow. Because
I was oblivious, you know, to a lot of things.
guaranteed there are prostitutes walking the floor tomorrow. Excuse me.
You think? Oh, you know what? You're probably right. And you know where they're hanging out? By the Bentley dealerships, by the Lamborghini dealerships. There's no way they're hanging out by Honda and Volkswagen. I'm just saying.
No, they know the deal. The professionals know what to look for. And trust me.
By the way, you know where I really now that you said that, I could see them in they're probably in corners at the boat show. 'Cause if you're buying a boat,
So you have to have money.
oh, the big ones,
I
they're probably
I
exactly
and
right.
listen, this is not to say anything disparaging about the car models. I would say a good percentage of the car models are escorts as well.
I had a car model come on to me, and my son was there, and I was asking
Oh, that's
I was asking questions about the vehicle,
that's an odd.
and all of a sudden, it turned, and my son was kinda a little bit behind me, and I'm like, "Uh, I just wanna know about the vehicle. I did did I say something about your exhaust or something?" And all of a sudden, she was telling me what hotel she was staying at while she was doing the show. I was like, "Yeah, I was just asking why don't they have cup holders in the car?"
Mm.
Crazy.
So I mentioned last week that I will be going to New York the week of the 20th for Interfex.
Yes.
And I was gonna stay in that Fakakta hotel that I stayed in last time. I know, I use it anytime I can.
The password is
Although, I think the only time I use it is on this platform, to be honest. Friend of mine
okay.
has a room at the Trump International Hotel
Ooh,
that she owns.
wow.
So when I was showing her pictures of the room I stayed in last time, she goes, "What are you doing?"
You're slumming.
So I'm getting it gratis.
Wow.
Now I'm gonna have to give up on my principles and
Oh, stop. Just go.
well, no, she said everything in the room has his face on it. The water bottles, the stove.
Listen, if you have a problem with it, just rub your hiney against all
Well,
the
that's not
pictures,
enough.
and that will give you your own personal. Because I know as soon as you walk in the room, you're going to be triggered, and you're probably starting to have a seizure.
You're gonna drop.
Just drop your drawers, do your little face thing against each image, and then enjoy the lap of
And
luxury.
then the only problem is, it's not even a problem. It's by Central Park,
Okay.
which is a subway ride to the Javits, to Madison Square Garden. They gotta walk to the Javits, but that's not a
Right.
big move.
That's not a
So I was staying right around.
it's
My
not a deal
hotel.
breaker, right?
It's not a deal breaker.
Not at all.
That hotel is like 4 something a night.
Yeah,
And she
at the least.
I was showing her my pictures of the bed by the wall. She goes, "Let me show you." When you go down this
My bathroom was bigger than your
she
room.
goes, "You go down this hallway and make a left." I'm like, "Holy shit."
Just like drop breadcrumbs to try to get through the room.
No, but that helped me out tremendously. So
Right.
I mean, that's I mean, so
Fantastic.
Subway's 250.
Yeah.
And it would be a nice
When was the last time you were on the subway?
Italy.
Italy subway,
Yeah.
New York's.
Oh no, wait, I take that back.
Mhm.
Something with my daughter, I think.
Okay.
It wasn't within the last 2 years.
All right.
I'm not afraid of the subway.
The subway should be afraid of you. As long as you're not going at like 1 in the morning.
No, I don't
Yeah,
think
that's the.
and it's only a 40-minute walk, to be honest.
By the way, 40-minute walk. I take the subway.
40 you couldn't do 40 minutes?
Um, rather not,
Or a cab.
or cab, or an Uber, or whatever.
Uber's difficult in
Yeah,
the
by the way,
city.
I don't have a problem with a 20-minute walk in the city. After that,
20
it's
minute well, we on, many of our Christmas outings, that one time we went to that eatery where was I think that was in Brooklyn, I think, and we fucking
Yeah,
walked I think we walked across the borough, I
we
think.
did. But you know what? You go in the city, check the weather, dress
Well, that day
accordingly,
was nice.
shoes, dress accordingly, and you're all set. I've never had a problem in the city as long as I check the weather,
Mhm,
make sure my shoes are comfortable, and I go.
mhm,
Screw fashion. If fashion happens to fall in,
mhm.
good. Put those inserts in your shoes and go.
Huh.
Put those arches in, be comfortable.
And then we
Did you?
also have Malcolm in the Middle,
Oh, I saw that too.
that starts on the 10th.
Damn
I
it.
love that show.
I did too.
And get this,
Excellent timing with comedy. Just
yes,
comedy all around.
from the department of what the fuck were you thinking? The actor who played Dewey, the youngest kid,
Yes.
declined to be part of the 4-episode thing so he can concentrate on his church.
What? Why can't you do both?
That's what I said.
You could do the church and that.
You know what though? They should have never have said anything because I saw the coming attractions.
Right.
The older kid that's playing Dewey looks like fucking Dewey if he grew up.
Bye bye. Because guess what? You're not a deal breaker on this.
I'm surprised that Cranston did it.
That's what I said.
But
I said,
see,
but
I like him.
maybe he felt a connection with it from the beginning and said, you know what? Going back to that, every day of my life, I looked forward to going back to that.
Yeah.
I think that's how he felt. He didn't
Show.
love to.
And Jane Kaczmarek, I think that's her name.
Yes.
She looks fantastic.
Yep.
And Muniz, I don't think he's done anything since he's living off the
He's, the royalties of.
he's living off speaking of royalties.
He's-
I wanted to tout a little bit. And listen, $114 is not I can't order that Lamborghini that I want. But my DistroKid royalties for 1 month,
by the way,
that's not coming up. You can't hear that.
okay, so
I'll add the
Wow.
clap noise in
Okay.
post.
by the way, very proud of you. And because you've worked very hard to put those albums, I've listened to your songs and went, you know what? You broke your ass doing that.
But listen,
It works.
that's why I put that post on Facebook because so many people make fun,
Oh,
my
please.
boss included.
Do you know I had a nephew over Easter weekend ask me, "Are you still putting that music on Spotify?"
Mm.
And I said, "I am." And I don't know if he was laughing with me, at me, laughing because he had a digestion. But you know what? Because I think I mentioned I did a live concert album. And then looking at me like I have 3 heads.
Very nerdy.
I was like,
And the other thing we have coming up is our jaunt to Philadelphia.
I'm so looking forward to that.
It's a 2-3 week.
Well, I'm going off to Florida next week.
Oh, so it's the week after that.
It's the week after
So
that.
2 weeks.
Yeah. Fantastic place.
Where in Florida are you going again?
Siesta Key.
Oh, that's right.
Beach.
Siesta Key, the best beach in the world. Is that what you said?
In the country.
In the country. Oh,
In the country, I believe. It's that white sandy beach where that doesn't get hot.
why does it got to be white? I'm just kidding.
You've been on brown beaches.
I've been on pink beaches,
Oh, where's the pink beach?
Bermuda.
Oh, very nice.
I've been on black beaches.
Where's the black beach? Oh, no, I've been on black beaches
Yeah.
in Hawaii.
Oh, I was gonna say clean.
No, volcanic.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
yeah.
Will give you the black beaches like in Hawaii
And I've been on the rock beaches in Italy, which is disgusting.
that people eat
Mm-mm.
crap.
Not for me. Not for
No,
me.
no. You gotta have your water shoes.
Yeah. So Victor Cafe. Shout out to Victor Cafe.
By the way, we should have a little pool on without hearing the staff sing opera.
Mhm.
Who would be the best? Because the last time we went,
Ooh.
the
Yeah, but
most
you can't.
unassuming person
Yeah, you can't do that
was you looked at her and you went,
because you can
not,
you
not
can
very much can she sing.
send your emails to Vincenzo because
Absolutely.
how I would have done it, I said I would pick out the fat chick.
That was the one that was incredible.
Well, okay.
But she was the most unassuming person.
Yeah.
I remember walking out as we walked out, and I just kind of looked over to her and I said, "You were the best of the bunch." I just the smile
You
on
made
her
her
face.
night. Here's what I'm gonna I the every time I've never put tips in that thing. I'm gonna do that
There's
when we
tips?
there's a big tip thing when
I didn't see
yeah.
that.
I noticed it the last time we were there.
Okay, so for 2 weeks, we're not gonna be going to the strip bar. We're gonna be saving our singles.
Man, if there was a strip bar in Flemington, first of all,
No, we
can you
we
get
have
the
enough
clientele?
we have enough weird
Can
people.
you
We don't
but
need
the clientele it would pull? We might see some
no, would we?
oh, would we go?
No. Would we really have clientele in
No,
Flemington
they
that
probably the same as Hooters. The Hooters that was here was horrible.
correct.
And this is gonna come off very sexist. If any other people are listening, again, send the emails to him, not me.
Vincenzo.
Be honest. Back in my day, I enjoyed a nice strip club. There's nothing wrong with that. No,
Do you remember the Carousel Lounge?
oh my god, I grew up right around
So I had a friend who was a cook there.
no, but they didn't get naked. That was a bikini bar.
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah.
And, I had a friend who was a cook there, and he said, "Yeah, come in for lunch." "Yeah?" I think I was underage.
Um, yeah, listen.
Uh,
Is it the best thing a person could do with their time? No.
yeah.
But inevitably, when we went on business trips, no matter what company I was for, J&J or smaller companies,
Right.
after the business was done, I remember we're going out to dinner. Went out to dinner nice, and now we're going somewhere special. And they would take us to a strip club,
Air quotes, "special."
and they would buy us lap dances, and
Really?
yeah,
Never had a lap dance.
what?
Yeah, I didn't you see the way this conversation was going earlier when they said, "Do you know what time it is?"
Never had a lap dance.
Never had a lap dance.
Hmm.
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 Oh,
Maybe tomorrow.
the car show.
No. Please, there'll be places to go. You've never had a lap dance.
I've never had a lap dance.
Oh my god.
I don't I don't think I don't know, dude.
Well, we're at 50 minutes, 60 minutes. I'm gonna end on my lap dance story. So
Sure.
because no, there are I have many.
Okay.
Um,
Wow.
but I was in Vegas. No, we were yeah, I was in Vegas. Yeah.
Okay.
So I was in Vegas.
Okay.
I heard that Spearmint Rhino was the best strip club in Vegas.
Wow. That sounds like a gay bar.
Howard Stern talked about it. They used to go there when they did remotes. So I set my alarm for 3 in the morning. It's open like 24/7.
Spearmint Rhino.
Get a cab, go to the Spearmint Rhino. It is the 3 in the morning.
Right.
The streets are not sort of desolate because it's Vegas,
Right.
but you walk in there, you thought it was like noon. I mean, there was that many people on there.
Wow. So you're in the streets.
No, you're in
They're
yeah.
in the Spearmint Rhino.
So I go in, I get a drink, and there's the girls are all of them are like
Right.
and I was young. When I say young, I'm gonna say 25, 26.
Okay.
So still naive.
Right.
So I got a lap dance. And they're in like the changing booths at Burlington.
Right.
Like, not private, there's a curtain, but
Right.
I think it was swinging doors.
Like a saloon.
So as we're getting comfortable and she's getting her stuff ready to do the dance, a waitress comes in, she goes, "Oh, would you like to buy your dancer a drink?" And in my head, I'm going, "Oh, she's gonna get thirsty. She's gonna work up a thing." There's and the woman goes, "Well, she can't drink. She only can no alcohol allowed for the dancer. She can only have a Coke." And I'm thinking in my head, "Oh, great, Coke. Not gonna be expensive."
$50 Coke.
It was a $30 Coke.
Oh, I know it.
And
I knew
the
it.
kicker was, she wasn't even gonna take a fucking sip. And I said,
It was
"Sweetie,
symbolic.
you I just bought you at least a sip before I leave." And here's the other thing. If there are any young people listening, don't ever believe if you think they're into you for a lap dance. Because at the Spearmint Rhino, it was, and this was back in I was 25, so whatever the date, it was the 90s, though.
Right.
I think it was $30 at the time
That's a lot of money, man.
for 2 songs. And during those 2 songs, I thought she was in love with me.
Oh my God.
I mean, she thought I was. But the minute that song ended,
Bye-bye.
like, it was like the shutters were like fluttering.
It was like the flight attendant on the plane. Bye-bye.
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 Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. So it's probably not the best thing to spend your money on.
No, when you're young, it's
But the beauty thing, when people take you there on business,
right.
it's not your money either.
No, that's even better. Yeah.
So here's to finding a strip club for Vincenzo to get a lap dance tomorrow.
He's not getting a lap dance.
You're not?
No.
Cheers, my brother.
Jeez.
Is there anything I didn't forget? Is there anything you'd like to say before we sign off?
And I didn't say anything before he finished. Go Spearmint Rhino.
Thank you guys for tuning in. We will see you. We will see you at the auto show.
Be there.
Yeah. Here we go now. Like a shot of truth. Reviews that cut with the razor's tooth. Interviews you don't wanna miss. Step right up. Welcome to this. From the mic to your soul, he's taking control. Tune in, lean in, let the man speak. Deep buttons bringing fire every week. From wine, so Vincent's on to the Fritzy Files where the truth gets shown. Season 6. Buckle up real tight. It's the world according to Dick Buttons, baby. Oh!